Hello friends, and welcome back to German Beer Adventures channel. And today it's all about IPA, India Pale Ale. It's a hoppy style beer and some have a very strong citrus taste. However, since it's so hoppy, it is quite bitter, but the intensity changes with the amount of hops that is used in the mixture. India Pale Ale was actually invented in England, but more on that in a moment. To talk about India Pale Ale, I think we need to talk about IBU, International Bitterness Units. I will call it bitterness units going forward. So to classify it and put it in perspective for you, ales or regular ales are under 40 IBU, bitterness units. In the flip side, IPA, Indian Pale Ale, is about 50 to 70 bitterness units. What is the bitterness unit scale? From 0 to 120. So 70 is quite high. I don't know if any are 120, but I've read that some are 120. I've never seen it. They must be extremely bitter. So I have yet to discover that one. So 0 would be more sweet and 120 would be extremely bitter. So again, IPAs are between 50 and 70 bitterness units. Pilsner, to put in perspective again, Pilsner is between 25 and 40 bitterness units. And Pilsner, to me, is bitter enough, some Pilsners. So it was invented in England, IPA, in the 1800s, very early 1800s. George Hodgson, Hodgson, is credited in some quarters with inventing it in England, the IPA. However, that is not all. Everybody does not agree on that. Another story is that British sailors on a British ship going from England to India, when India was a colony, we're talking late 1700s, early 1800s. They took the beer barrels and stuffed them to preserve them, because it's a 6-month trip to India. They put a lot of hops into the barrels to preserve the beer, because there's only two things to preserve the beer: alcohol or hops. So because of the large amount of hops they put into the barrels, the hops broke down, and instead of having a nice spicy flavor, they ended up with a very bitter tasting beer. So that's the other story of how IPA came to be. So it would be on a British ship with British sailors. So it's still, no matter what you say, it's a British invention. It did not come from India, as the name would suggest. I sure thought it did at one point. So a lot of the bitterness here on an IPA, or with an IPA, is toned down because you have citrus fruits in it. Some even have ananas or pineapple tasting, pine, a lot of flavors to tone down the bitterness. So if you look at a bottle and you say, wow, that's very bitter, it's got 65 bitterness units in it, but it may be toned down with hops or other ingredients to make it not so bitter as it would look on the label. So that's something to think about. Some beers use malt, which goes more into the export beer to make it sweeter, like porters are a lot sweeter. So porters might be down 8, 9, 10, 15 bitterness units at the most, under 10, many of them, because they're sweeter. Now I have a full array here. 2 of these are made what they call on the island, and this is an island which is in northeast Germany. Yes, an island of Germany. These 2, I've tasted this one, East Coast. East Coast, then there's an East Coast IPA, New England IPA, West Coast IPA, New England IPA, English IPA. All of those are less bitter than many IPAs. This one is very good, East Coast IPA. And on the bottle, it will tell you, I don't know if you can see it on camera, it will say exactly what's happening. So this is 50% dry, 100% fruity, and probably 30% herbs, and spicy 30%, which this is very good. I have not drank this one yet. This one is very dry, 100%. 100% herb and 100% fruity. So this is going to be a very interesting brew. And this is the Island one again. Very, very good craft beer. All of these here are craft beers. So this is Übersee Hopfen Indian Pale Ale. This is only 5.6%. That is low for a pale ale, because most pale ales will average probably 7, 8, 9%, many of them. So that's a bit low. So one thing about a India Pale Ale, they're going to be higher alcohol and higher bitterness than a pale ale. So it steps everything up. This is a good brand here, Maisel. Maisel and Friends, another very good one. I've tasted this. And as it says, Nakic, fruity, herby, very nice, 6.3%. So again, alcohol content, not so bad in that. All of these are 12 ounce or 0.33 liter. This one is 0.5 liter or about 17 ounce. Another good one, if you have the chance, Weizen IPA, Maisel and Friends again. Tropical, fruity, and creamy, 6%. I think the creamy comes in with the Weizen part. It's very good. It says full tasting and fruity with Wise beer fruitiness and bitter like an American Indian Pale Ale and sunny like California. So there you go. You'll be happy, I think, with any of these. This one here, Wire, has won 4 craft beer awards. 4 awards, Wire. Very good. Imperial IPA. And this one is the German version, all made in Germany, but this is the German version of an IPA. And I will endeavor to pronounce that name, Brlo, B-R-L-O, Brlo, 7%. This is 7% alcohol. And let's see. Unfiltered Indian Pale Ale. So, slightly sweet with a great hop assortment. So, I've had this. It's really good. It is as they say. This one here, I forgot to tell you, is 9%. And you can taste the alcohol for sure. But it blends very well. I've never tasted this. So today, I think I will taste this one. Brewdog Punk IPA. United we stand for better beer. Okay. Fiercely defiant and independent. There you go. Brewdog. Very popular craft beer company. And I bet this is going to be a good one. So this is 5.4%. IPA full beer. So it's not so high percentage either. And we talked about the East Coast. Very good. I've drank that one before. But today, I think I'm going to try this one for the first time. And this one. The rest I've tried and all are good. Some slightly bitter than others. And some slightly fruitier than others, as you would expect. But again, a lot of these companies use more fruit to tone down any bitterness of the hops. But of course, that characterizes an IPA. Very hoppy and bitter, but fruity. Yeah. So we're going to try these in a moment. This one. And I'll try this one. As you see, this label is totally wrapped paper. I mean, just a beautiful presentation. And what's inside of it is the same. Very good quality. So it says here, Rugener, if I'm saying it right, Rugener Insel Brewery. So Rugener Island Brewery, Germany. This is Überhopfen. Quite dark. Looking very nice. Looking a little creamy and nice. There you go. I'll taste this one first, I think. Cheers. Very good. The bitterness is there, but the fruitiness is there too, right with it. The smell is great. Very good. Take a look at that beautiful head or foam. And now for a Brewdog Punk IPA. Let's see. I would say a little, maybe a little more smooth. This one is a little more smooth than this one. Not quite as bitter. This one is not quite as bitter as this one, but both are really good. I'd take either one. Very good. So friends, we talked about where India Pale Ale is made and who invented it in England. We know it is credited with being made in England the first time, no doubt. But if you know exactly who the brewer was, I don't know. We were not around in 1700s or 1800s. But those are two stories of how it came to be. And I'm glad it was quite a refreshing drink, very refreshing. So if you have not tried any of these yet, then I'd say to you to give these labels a try and see what you think. These are some of the ones I know. I've drank other brands also, but these are a few of the ones I know. So let me know what you think in the comments below, friends. And thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video. But remember, if you drink, don't drive. If you drink alcohol, do not drive. Do not operate machinery. Stay well. Until the next one, have a good time and thank you for watching. Dankeschön, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, see you next time. Don't forget, share, please, like. If you like this video, smash the like button and press the notification button so you'll know when the next great video is out and available. So if you share, and then maybe your friends will share, and we can grow this channel together. Don't forget, subscribe if you have not yet. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.